Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Divorced Heroes, a platform where we talk about divorce and the life after from a man's perspective. I'm joined here by my very good friend and fellow divorcer.
Slick Vic is in the house on Divorce Heroes. Fellas, what's up? How's it going tonight?
So, we're going to talk about today how do you know it's over? How do you know to just give up, let it go, throw in the towel? How do you know it's time for you to either lawyer up or move out of the house? Stop trying. And the show is gonna it's from the perspective of her leaving, not the man. If it's you that are thinking about leaving, trust me, there's not a lot of good stuff out there. Think about your children.
Short of you getting your ass beat on a daily,
Absolutely.
I would say the grass is not always greener, and it really never is. But you want to go first on this?
No, go ahead. Go ahead, by all means.
So for me, when I knew it was over, I had to really take a long look, right, and realize it was over way before I knew it was over.
It is.
I want to say it was over probably 4 years before.
Oh wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Usually, when people ask me, "Hey, how do I know it's over?" We can go back about a year, 2 years.
Yeah.
When you see the balance shift.
Yes.
But go ahead. Like you said,
for me,
4 years. That's a long time.
For me, 4 years. I say 4 years because I had to go away to college. You guys know what that means. For you that don't know, then you're not up on game.
It's the college where everyone wears a orange jumpsuit.
Fed University. So going away kind of opened up her eyes to a whole new world and realizing that what she thought was a secure bag wasn't. Right. And when I came home, everything was different. A lot of blaming. A lot of you left me by myself, blah, blah, blah. And
there was a lot of resentment from her
lot of resentment. But at the same time, she had a lot of help. I mean, my parents, her parents. I'm not saying it's the same thing, right? But once they get into that mentality, bro, I don't care how much therapy we did or how much trying to flip things around, it was never the same, you know? So right. No matter what I would try to do to make up for the time I was gone,
right,
it wasn't good enough. And her mind was already set. I think she was just ready, kind of waiting for the right time to execute it. And that's what a lot of girls or women do. They wait for that right opportunity.
Yeah, so, they usually plan out their lives pretty good when it's the exit strategy.
Oh, yeah,
right?
They're on top of it.
And that's what we're going to talk about today is how do you know when it's over? When people ask me that and we sit down and we start dissecting the beginning of the end, they realize that the beginning of the end was about a year, 2 years before. So every relationship has a balance.
Right.
And it's never 50-50.
No, never.
And on TV, they say it's 50-50. It's never 50-50. It's 55, 45, it's 60-40. There's always one
that has more.
That has a little bit more, contributes more, but the other one makes up in a different way.
Right.
There's always a balance there. The man might go out and make a little bit more, but the woman is the one that distributes the money when it comes to bills and plans the vacations.
Right.
And you'll know when it's over when you'll start. That's one of the first signs is you lose the balance.
Yes.
Completely. She's now in charge of everything.
Mm-hmm. So she might have like her own little stash now.
She probably does. And many people now, both men and women, have a little stash,
little side account.
And once you notice that she just lost interest in the things you guys used to like to do together, and she kind of just wants to be by herself, that's the beginning of the end. That's when she's already made up her mind, and she's probably planning her exit strategy, whether it be by a promotion, a new job she's about to get.
Mm-hmm.
She just stops caring.
So, like I said, going back for me, I went 4 years because that's when I first thought it happened, right?
Right.
But yeah, in retrospect, about a year before we actually separated, things shifted, right? She no longer was interested in doing family things.
Okay.
You know, the norm was like, hey, Sunday's fun day, right?
Sunday fun day, family
Let's go
day.
to church. Let's go to the Santa Fe Spring Swap Meet.
Let's just let's go to the park and eat sandwiches and just ride scooters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's family day. And it became to the point where I gotta do my hair. I gotta take a shower. I gotta clean the house. There was other things that were more important, supposedly, than going out with the family, right? So I still did it. I still went with my girls, right? Took off, we were gonna go do fun things. But that was just an excuse. As soon as we would leave, she'd get ready quick and take off. And then we'd get back home around, 6, 7 o'clock in the afternoon, and she was nowhere to be found.
Right.
So that's already a clear indication that she has already her own agenda.
She has an own agenda. So she became distant.
Very.
And that's...
And not just with the spouse, but with the kids.
But with the family as well.
Family, yeah, the whole family as a
whole. So, and we'll definitely talk about the children on another episode. When we're coming to the spouse, when it's to you, and she becomes distant, something to look forward to is women are very emotional, men are very logical.
Yes.
So a man says, hey, I have to wake up tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to go to work. Let's talk about this tomorrow when I come home from work because it's already midnight or it's 1 a.m, it's 2 a.m. The woman says, I'm not going to sleep until we figure this out.
Right.
Either you're wrong, I'm wrong, or the world is wrong.
It's never she's wrong. It's you're wrong.
Absolutely. It's never her, she's wrong. However, once they start letting you go to sleep and say, okay, that's another flag.
That's another flag. Yeah, if you just had an issue, a fight, a little discussion, whatever, and you guys can go to sleep without even talking about it, you just know it's already something happened. Just know she's already talking to somebody else about that problem.
That's true. And then here we bring new friends. New friends is another indication. And especially if the new friend is someone who recently got divorced, recently got separated, recently is going through the same turmoil.
Or just younger friends that are still in the scene.
In the party scene.
In the scene, yes.
Yeah.
That's what my case. She started hanging out with chicks half her age.
Okay.
I mean, she was 30. They were like 19.
So she was trying to relive her youth.
Yeah. So I remember questioning, like, well, wait, where are you going with these? Oh, they're coworkers. I said, yeah, but they're out there trying to, you know what a single girl does, right?
Right.
They go, they peacock, see who hits them up, free drinks, group of guys, group of girls. So why would you put yourself in a situation with these kind of chicks when you have a family and you're in a relationship?
Exactly.
Well, that's the problem, fella. She's no longer interested in the relationship. She wants to market herself, and she is now what they call a male for cougar. So she surpasses the peacock chicks. She's like, well, guys, she's
a trophy.
Yeah, she's a trophy,
especially if she's attractive.
Yeah. What do guys say? Oh man, if she has kids, she's down to what.
Exactly.
So, that's another indication. You start noticing she has friends that you never met. That's already...
Yeah, because a woman who is in a happy relationship wants to be around other women who are in a happy relationship because that's what they have in common.
Yes.
They want to talk about the same things. They want to complain about their husbands.
Yeah.
Can you believe he won't stop snoring and I have to kick him, 3 times a night to flip over or whatever it is, right? They want to be amongst their counterparts, right?
Yeah, just the same type of environment.
The same type of environment. And once they start changing that environment, that's something to look forward to that, hey, there's something going on. Something is different.
For me, also another indication is the gym became priority.
Changing their body.
Mm-hmm. And getting surgeries.
If your significant other, if your wife, your girlfriend, let's say she had 8 cups for as long as you can remember, you guys being together, and she all of a sudden tells you, hey, you know what? I was thinking about getting breast implants. And you say, why? I like how you are.
Right.
And, well, I just don't feel right. Well, And I understand if there's some abnormalities and some cosmetics that you need to change yourself for your own self esteem. But if the man that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with, tells you you're perfect exactly how you are, and that's how I want you,
Mm-hmm.
and they still keep pushing and pushing how they want to do the BBL. I think it's called
The
BBL,
BBL,
the mommy
mommy makeovers,
mommy
breast
make.
augmentation.
That's another
She's no longer trying to impress you.
no.
She's out there. She's trying to put herself out there now.
She's looking for likes.
She's looking for like, and that's another thing. Hold on, we'll go back. Oh, that's a great one. So yeah, but it is going to start with the gym, especially if you have a little chonchita, you know, because once you get comfortable with your chick, we both let ourselves go a little bit, right?
Oh,
and
yeah,
for the most
absolutely.
part, we
Oh,
eat
yeah.
better and all this. But the minute you start seeing they start wanting to go to the gym, and just them going to the gym, it's not like, hey babe, let's start working out. Something's up, right? And then that usually leads to like, you know, well, I don't like this about me, I don't like that about me. No matter how much you can tell them, hey, I love the way you look.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Your opinion no longer matters.
It doesn't matter because it's not for you anymore.
No, it's not for you. And, you know, in my case, it started that way too. Gym, then complained about her stomach and they try to guilt trip you guys. Oh, I gave you kids and now my body's all jacked up.
Right.
You need to do something. I need a tummy tuck. I need this. I need that.
When in reality, we understand as men, your body went through a lot in giving me my children. I love you exactly how you are.
I love some fucking mojitas, bro. I fucking love that shit, dog. But you know what's weird? When she did get her tummy tuck, that was the most weirdest feeling ever, dog. Like,
oh really?
I remember trying to be intimate, right? Like after she healed and shit, and it felt like I was caressing a mannequin.
Oh wow!
And that's the best way I can describe it. Just because they pull the skin so tight, right?
Right.
And then once you try, you know, you're doing your little hand trying to, you know, make your way downtown.
Right.
And I had to cross those railroad tracks. The stitches, bro.
The prize was on the other side of the tracks.
I stayed on the other side of the tracks. I didn't know I couldn't cross them. It felt so weird, dog. It wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you.
And you know, I've talked to a bunch of guys and they all agree. The guys that have done the surgery for their chicks, like, bro, it's not the same. It's never the same. And ladies, I don't know if you guys understand, when you guys get rid of fat in certain places, you know, God gave you your body the way you gave it. It's perfectly balanced. So once you take fat from a certain spot, you're going to get it somewhere else doubled up. Usually in the arms, under the arms.
Oh, I see what you're
saying. Double chin, in your thighs and your legs. So a lot of girls don't even know that part. We're giving you guys some fucking game too, you know, not just for the fellas. But yeah, dude, definitely their looks, their body changes, mommy makeovers, that's another indication. And most of the guys that I know, they actually put up the money, pay for the surgeries, and once they heal, they're out.
And that's usually what happens.
Gets to enjoy the double Ds and
someone else gets to go along for that ride.
Yeah.
And that's usually what happens once you start seeing these changes. I remember in my situation, it was a new friend that started coming around, and I just didn't understand. Like, well, who's this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, well, that person had been through a separation and was out there wilding.
Mm-hmm.
So these are like small little subtle flags. So when she finally tells you it's over, sell the house, let's talk to the kids if you have children, which is a nightmare.
That's a whole episode. That's a whole episode in itself, right there.
That's a nightmare to picture, having to sit your children down and tell them your world is about to go upside down.
I remember that day. It was horrible.
So once that comes, then you know it's the ending is here.
Yeah,
the inevitable is here.
But let's go. I'm sorry. We got to go back on one more thing we missed. Because we live in this social media world. Once your girl either goes private, public, or starts posting pictures that you're just not...
You're not in it.
Yeah.
Her by herself?
Yeah. Because they're getting that high, those endorphins of the likes.
And that's a drug.
I remember when that happened. Like, she started posting pictures that were not really provocative, just kind of suggestive, right?
Yeah.
And it's like... there's no pictures of us and your family. Like none of us.
Right.
Well, it's my page. Like it's for me. And then you
Right.
see all these random thirsty dudes. And don't get me wrong, I've been a thirsty dude before too. So
Who has it?
I know what to look for. But guys, when you start seeing that, that's another indication that she is no longer looking for your approval. She's not seeking your likes. She wants likes from other people, from other men.
Yeah.
So just also social media, and because social media is such a big part of our world now, or even if you find like hidden social medias, now they got
that's the
TikToks.
worst.
Now they got TikTok or Snapchat, all that stuff. When I found out she had those and she didn't even have me on there, I was like, "What the?"
Right. What are you hiding?
That was weird, bro. That was weird to find out.
You know, to me, that one app that erases the messages, Snapchat. I believe any woman who's in a relationship shouldn't have that. No. What's the reason for having that?
What's the reason for that? Yeah.
That you need to text someone something, send them a message, and then have it erased immediately.
Yeah, no.
Social media,
it's the devil.
It's it is the devil. I mean, it puts it right in front of you, and it's so easy.
And not for both parties.
For both parties,
I'm not guys, bro.
Guys are not saints.
No, we're not saints.
This is not about exonerating men from doing bad shit.
I remember when the struggle, right? When you get to link up with someone, you're an ex or an ex crush from junior high that all of a sudden blew up and blossomed. Like, oh damn. Hey, Vin, remember me from? Yeah, I remember you from homeroom. You know, but the struggle to like fight the temptation, right? Because if you're really about your family, you're gonna struggle. If you're a dog, you're gonna go for it. But you know, it just there's so much temptation that comes out of those things, and
let's circle back to what we said before. If it's you that are trying to leave and you have children, think about your children, because I'm telling you, it's not worth it. You go from seeing your children every day, waking up, going to sleep, taking them to school, and being there for them, and you're going to throw that away for maybe a couple of months of excitement.
And when we say children, bro, there's no cutoff age. Because going through this, right, I've spoken to many people. I have a good group of friends, supportive friends, and I've spoken to somebody, he's in his mid-50s right now. And when he found out his parents were going to go through a divorce, and he was in his teens, like 18, 19s.
Right.
And the stories he tells me, bro, like he was stressed out. He didn't want to eat.
Right.
And he's a male. So you think a man can handle it, right? A guy's going to handle it.
Oh, no.
Bro.
It's your foundation.
You can only imagine what a younger kid is going to go through, right?
Absolutely.
So there's no cutoff age. I know guys that their parents divorce as adults. Like when they have their own kids and like after their parents being married for 30, 40 years.
And it still
stings.
Now you just imagine a child who doesn't know how to express himself to its full capacity.
Yeah.
And now they're being told, hey, guess what? From now on, you're going to see dad on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, and the rest of the time you're going to be with mom.
It's hard.
It's just horrible. So for you fellas that are thinking about
it's not worth
jeopardizing your relationship, it is not worth it. But again, unless you're getting your ass kicked.
Again, we're not saying to stay in a domestic abusive relationship, or you know, if she's cheating on you on a constant, we're not saying stay there either.
And we're gonna have another episode
there's an episode on how to address all that,
whether or not to forgive when they cheat. I mean, that's a whole segment.
I've been through that one too, guys. Don't worry. This is a well-rounded show. Trust me. We didn't touch on jobs. Sometimes they change their careers.
That's or
they get a promotion and now they're making more money, and that gives them the wings to be like, I don't need you, fool.
And you know what? I heard a quote that said, a man that gets a new job with more money thinks to himself, I cannot provide
for my family. And
then a woman who gets a new job with more money
for myself,
I cannot provide for myself.
It's true.
It's sad, but we see it. We see it a lot.
Guys will always date down financially, right?
Absolutely.
If a chick doesn't make the same amount, or
right,
they'll date down. most of the time a woman will never date down.
Oh no.
Oh, you make that one? Nah, it's not gonna work, baby. I'm sorry.
Right. They have to date up.
Yeah.
When it comes to financial.
That's why, guys, it doesn't take a lot of money to go to a car wash and buy a fucking Porsche keychain and just put it on your keys. But don't say nothing. Let them figure it out. Let them figure it out. Oh yeah. But yes, we were going with something else on before I interrupted you. So we're talking about after all these things, right? You figure out that the body changes and the new friends and the new job. What do you do, right?
I mean, you gotta start preparing, and that's gonna be our next episode on what do you do when you know it's over.
Yeah.
Right. This is how do you know it's over, and these are all the flags that you have to look out for, and I mean, but fellas, go through it. Go to therapy. Therapy is so difficult.
It's difficult, but it's so helpful.
It is. But you know what was the worst? You carpool together. You ride together to the therapy. To
you're
a
talking
therapist.
Like as a couple still?
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
right. No, when you're together,
horrible.
you go to the therapist that you're paying, $100, $200 an hour. And you both have this like, okay, we're gonna make it work. You sit there and all you do is tell each other's flaws to each other for an hour,
and you leave worse off.
And then you're supposed to jump back in the car together. I mean, that's the longest ride ever.
Well, for me, it was similar. It was we went, and the therapist, we both spoke our piece, right? And the therapist was actually siding with me. Okay, and it's not a side game, right? But it's like, okay, no, you have a point,
right?
And then she started, and it was a she,
right?
She started kind of confronting her about her behavior. She didn't like that.
Oh, of course not.
So of course when we left,
we're done with her.
I don't like her.
Yeah, we're done with her.
She's not good. We need to find another one.
Yeah, I went through I think it was 2 or 3 different therapists because the same thing happened.
Yeah.
Right. It was kind of like I don't think they were taking my side. I think it was more so they were pointing out that she wasn't 100% in the clear either. It was like, hey, this is you're just as wrong as he is, and these are your faults, right. and that didn't go over very well either. And that's another sign when they quit therapy, when they say, you know what, I got to work today, I can't go to therapy.
Yeah. Well, at the time I was, very religious, and I actually brought a what do they call their marriage, not a counseling. Well, it was a couple that they teach marriage counseling.
Okay.
From the church.
Okay.
So I had told her about it, right? But, hey, this is our last shot. I'm gonna get these people from the church. They're gonna come out here talk to us about marriage. Maybe they have some insight we don't have. And I remember she just shrugged her shoulder like, whatever, right?
Right.
So I took that as a yes. They came over, bro, rang the doorbell. She answered the door, and the lady's like, oh, that's we're coming from the church, and she's like, it's for you. Wow. She literally looked back. She's like, it's for you.
Yeah, it's for you. I'm out.
So I let him in, and then the lady felt it, right? And she was like, oh, we'll just, sit down. Let's have a talk. She was making it really easy, right? And I just remember not even 3 minutes into it, bro. She starts talking about marriage and how it's honored by God and this and that. And she's like, okay, I gave you time. I'm out of here. And she just walked out, and it was just me and the couple looking at each other. And we're just like, she's like, well, she doesn't want to make work.
Yeah,
we can't do. Yeah,
she was done.
So guys, know that you can do whatever you want. But one thing I forgot to really mention is, don't kiss ass.
Yeah, that's gonna be our next.
Yeah,
that's gonna be our next episode.
There's a fine line between fighting for your marriage, right,
and losing all self-respect,
and just losing self-respect and just being a weenie. Because the more you do that, the more they grow balls. Right. They do. They literally grow some balls, and it's just like, it doesn't end pretty. It doesn't.
So join us on our next episode where we talk about what to do when it's over. If you think this was helpful to anyone that you know, send it to them, share it, pass it on. And I promise you that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
And yes, like I said, me being mentored by this man, divorce hero, while I was going through it, first of all, his page was very helpful.
At Divorce Heroes on Instagram.
At Divorce Heroes on Instagram. Because, guys, when you're going through this divorce, you're not going to be able to sleep. Especially if you're in it and she's not. I was waking up at 2, 3 in the morning, tossing and turning. And I would just jump on Instagram and go to this guy's page, right? And I was like, it would give me relief because a lot of the memes are just 100% on point, or they're just really, really funny. And it would just help me forget about the problems just for a minute. But that's all you need. Sometimes it's enough to get you back to bed. So, with that being said, like, support the page. Really share it, because you don't know who's going through it. You really never know who's going through it. It seems to happen more in blue collar workers.
Yeah,
it really does.
Yeah, there is.
I'm sorry to say that. I mean, most of the time when you're just this rich guy from Wall Street, the lady's gonna stick it out because there's fatty. She don't care. But blue collars, they make great money, but I just see it a lot. I see it a lot. And when I was a pipe fitter, they told us, like, you ain't a pipe fitter till you're divorced, have a DUI, and I forgot the third one, but
pay child support.
Yeah. So 3 out of 3, I got them all. Finally a pipe fitter, fellas. Local 250, so baby.
I'll leave you with this, something my dad told me. A very wise man. He said, "Son, there are thousands and thousands of people who have been in your situation and they came out okay. You're gonna be fine. Keep your head up and don't lose yourself." So for anyone that's going through anything like this, you're gonna be fine. Keep your head up and don't lose yourself, because it will be over. There is light at the end of the tunnel.
Guys, do yourself a favor. Repeat that last part. Repeat it 2 or 3 times, because it will be fine. You have to go through the drama. You have to go through the storm to get to the other side. There's no other way about it. With that being said, man, guys, please share this with anyone that you might think needs it. Men, women, we're not being sexist here. This is not just about divorce. This is about life as well.
Exactly.
Life after divorce and just life in general.
Yes.
So feel free to share. If you guys have any questions or anything you guys want to talk about, feel free to send a message at Divorce Heroes
on Instagram.
And we'll use it as a topic.
Don't use your name.
Yeah, use an alias.
Give me a cool nickname.
Yeah.
We'll think of something later on how we're gonna address our people that are.
But a cool nickname would be. I think that's cool. It is Divorce Heroes. Maybe do a play on your favorite hero, a comic hero or just any hero, right? But we don't want to use real names, just so you guys don't get embarrassed.
How about we do this? Give us your favorite hero, the first city that you went to, visited after your divorce, and the year you got divorced. So I would be Wolverine Vegas 17.
Damn. I was gonna say Wolverine 2. Wolverine Wilmas 19.
I'm gonna change mine to Batman, because I think Batman would whoop Wolverine's ass.
Fuck divorce.
I'm Batman.
I don't do divorce. I buy them out.
So I'd be Batman Vegas 17.
Dope. That's
my code name.
So guys, again, like I said, if you guys want to talk about anything, feel free to send a message. And that's it for now, right?
That's it. See you guys on our next episode.